This video was sponsored by OutBeachExpress.com. Outbeach Express Stock Media by Subscription is a new site that offers high-quality broadcast resolution stock media content. Their content includes stock footages up to 5K resolution, music, sound effects, images, and After Effects templates. Sign up today for a free account at OutBeachExpress.com and receive 19 free pre-selected stock media downloads. No credit cards, payments, or obligations required. Create your free account today.
Hello everyone and welcome to my After Effects tutorial. In this episode, I'm going to show you how to create this very nice country stroke animation in Adobe After Effects. This is not that difficult to do, and this is perfect for anyone who is new to motion graphics and to After Effects. This is going to be very useful in documentaries. It's going to look good in your demo reel, and it's a good way to get some practice done for workflow tips and just practicing a lot with stroke animations and shape layers inside After Effects. So I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys find this useful, and with that being said, let's get to it. Now, before getting into the tutorial, let me just say that awesome people, this can be done with any country's map. I'm just using India's map because I'm from India, and you guys, if you guys are from USA, I get quite a lot of views from USA. So you can go to victyeezy.com. I'm sure I'm not saying it right. So I'm going to leave a link to this in the description. Just go search for your country's map and you're going to find it there, right? And this is for free, so just free download. Click on it. Save it as an AI file somewhere, and then you can open it into Illustrator and then start working. I downloaded this file right here, right? And if you go to my AI file, you can see that this is a little different. And the reason for this is whatever you don't need for animation, you basically delete from the AI file. So for example, I got this green layer, this green thing right here, the yellow thing. I got a few logos. I didn't have any use of them, so I deleted them. You basically want to keep your your workboard and everything basically to the point where only useful things are there, because when you drag all these layers into After Effects, things are going to get complicated and you don't want the extra mess to get in your way, right? So one thing I would like to cover though is that, say you get just one layer, right? One single layer for the full thing, right? How do you bring that into After Effects? Because say if you get like a combo, let me just show it to you real quick, guys. Say if you get something like this, I think most of the Illustrator files are going to be like this. If you save as a it as an AI file and bring it into After Effects for animation, this is not going to work, right? And awesome people, just in case if I didn't make this clear, this is meant for beginners, okay? This is a beginner's tutorial. If you want to learn some advanced techniques like looping or some very practical VFX like sky removal and stuff, I have uploaded them on my YouTube channel. Go watch them. This is meant for beginners. Okay, so anyways, if you have this, okay, if you have all the stuff on one layer, and if you bring it into After Effects like that, it's not going to work. Okay, simple as that. So select that one layer, go over here, and there's going to be this button called Release to Layers Sequence. Click on that, and every single thing that you have in your AI file, states, union territories, names and stuff, everything is going to be divided into their own separate layers. You see this? Super. This is exactly what we want, by the way. So I'm going to select everything. I'm going to drag it out, select everything, drag it out like so. Once you have done this, select this top layer, delete it, and now save this as an AI file and bring it into After Effects, right? Now you're good to go for animation. So I'm going to bring stuff to my AI file now. So I already have done this, and once your AI file is saved, you can drag it into After Effects like so. Now, if it doesn't matter what kind of import you do, whether you drag and drop, double click, file, import. If you don't get this dialog box, then there is some sort of problem. Okay, you're not doing this step right. Once you do get this dialog box, select composition and take layer size. Click OK. It's going to take a little time, but that's okay. Double click on this pre-composition, right? And here you go. Here you have all your layers inside After Effects. And superb. This is exactly what we want. Now the problem though is that we cannot animate these AI layers, right? We need native shape layers of After Effects. So very easy. Select all of them, right click, and there's going to be this option, create shapes from vector layer. Click on that. Again, it's going to take a little time to process 43 layers, but it's very quick in my opinion. And there you go, awesome people. You have created everything into shape layers, right? That's awesome. Let's just delete these guys because we don't have any use of them. right? And you can see that your output is not at all affected because the fills, the shapes, everything has been copied exactly, the way it was in Illustrator. Superb. I'm going to select all of these layers by pressing Ctrl A, and then I'm going to click on this option right here, fill, click on it, and then I'm going to disable it. So this way everything is going to turn black, but no worries, click on this button right here, and this is going to toggle the transparency. And as you can see, we have just the strokes of the different states, right? Superb. Next awesome people is we can start animation. So the way you do that, you select the first layer, open this, go to add trim paths, okay, open this, and you basically want the full animation to be about at least in the range of 70 to 80%. So what we'll do is we will reduce this down to 70, 75, right? And then awesome people, I think you cannot see this because it's a very small part right here. So you know what, I'm gonna delete this and I'm gonna do it on a part that's a lot more visible. Okay, say this guy. Come on, man. A big state like that. And I'm not trying to be, I'm not trying to distinguish between my states, but I'm just trying to, prove a point that if I get a big shape, it's going to be a lot more visible. Okay, so we get this guy. So we have the state here. You want to animate this. So open this, go to add, and take trim paths. Okay, we go to trim paths, and in this we will reduce the end percentage to 75. You want this to be in somewhere 70 to 80% range. Then we'll start the animation for offset. We'll move ahead in time in about 5 seconds, and then we will just increase this to say 127. From 0 to we went to 127, and you want to play it and you want to see how the speed of the animation is, if you like the speed or no. So you can see we're having that nice almost like an outline drawing effect, and this is superb. Right, now awesome people, we can copy the trim paths, right, and we can apply it to all the different shape layers. So I'm gonna Control A, deselect the one that we already have animated because we animated this, and then I'm gonna press Control V, and you will see nothing really happened. But if we play this now, again nothing really happened. So why is that? Well, let's just go and check, because sometimes what happens is we have our trim paths animation applied, but it only applied the first keyframe. Okay, I think we selected the wrong way, but that's okay. Mistakes happen. The best thing is to learn from mistakes. I'm going to press Ctrl Z to undo everything that we just did. Right, I'm going to move to the 34 layer, the one that we were animating originally. Make it go to 160, and this time I'll make sure I don't have any of the keyframes selected. I'll move back in time. I'll select the trim paths from here, press Ctrl C. I'm gonna select the first 10 layers or something, press Ctrl V, and you can see now the trim paths is working. You see that automatically we're having animation on different layers. Superb. Now we can copy paste to every other layer that's there. Select it to 15, deselect 34 because it's already animated, Ctrl V, and there you go, awesome people. And the animation is now there. Right, now this animation is going to be till 5 seconds. Let's just preview this, and the previewing is should be a little bit quicker as compared to the particle systems and element 3D, because everything is being born inside of After Effects. Right, superb. So we're having a little bit of a stroke animation. It looks good. Now the best part about this kind of animation, awesome people, is that it is scalable. Right, this is everything over here right now is vector. So if you want to output this into 4K, you can create this into 500 by 500 and then scale it up, and you won't lose any quality. I will show you that later on in this tutorial. So we have our India map outlines, right? I'm going to create our main, and I'm going to create this 720p because I don't want the tutorial to hang or anything. 10 seconds long should be good. Let's just change this to a nice white color, right? Like so. Correct. Then we will bring this India map outlines over here. Let's just preview this. So okay, this is nice, this is superb. Next awesome people, let's just create a nice BG. we will go to the ramp effect. We will go to effects and presets, type in ramp over here, apply it to the background, change it to radial ramp, swap colors. And again, this depends on what kind of look you want. I really like this nice, technical computerish bluish look, so I'm gonna go for that. Oops, sorry. Something light like this, and I'll select this and I'll change it to a darker color, right? Something like that. I'm gonna press Ctrl Shift H if you're not seeing these extra lines and stuff. I'm gonna bring this guy to the center, bring it out like so, and you can see that the center color is a little too strong. Something like this should be good. Yeah, much better. Alright, this looks good. And always remember, awesome people, that even in motion graphics there is color correction. Okay, you may have heard that color correction is for movies and stuff. That is not true. My original color was something like this, and I wasn't a big fan, but I was still working, right? I was just focusing on the technicality of the full design and the animation. Then when I was done, I started color correcting, and superb, right? So even if you don't like the color right now, just focus on animation and things will get better. Okay, superb. Let's lock this background layer because we're not gonna touch it much. We will make this into a 3D layer, India map outlines, like this. We'll create a new camera, and everything is gonna get blurred for some reason. And the reason for that is the depth of field is on. I'm gonna switch it off. And now, awesome people, I'm gonna hit the C key on the keyboard and I'm gonna rotate the camera of India like that, right? And now if you're having difficulty controlling the rotation and stuff, what you can do is you can create a new null object, name this to camera controller, make this 3D, parent it like this, and now you can use its position and rotation for moving the camera, right? So you can zoom in, or awesome people, if this is also not working for you, one other way would be to simply, let me just undo this, is you simply rotate this guy, right? There you go. Yeah, I think I was trying to rotate the wrong layer. I was trying to rotate the camera when camera doesn't really need rotation at all. We need rotation on this dude. But I really like, I'm very comfortable using the camera, the unified camera tool. C is a shortcut for moving things around and getting some nice animation done like that. Okay, this is nice. I'm gonna create a new solid. I'm gonna call this grid. I'm gonna go to effects and presets, type in grid, apply it to the layer, bring this down, and we need smaller grids. So what I'll do is I'll drag this anchor point closer like this and like this, and I'll decrease the border to 1, so you're getting like a very nice fine detailed sort of thing. And if you want smaller cubes or smaller circles, then just bring them closer, and I think that should be good. I'm gonna change this into a 3D layer as well, so it's rotating along with my camera, and I'm gonna remove all the rotation that I applied onto the layer. I think it's best if we rotate it with the camera, so push it off like so, right? And if you ever feel that okay, the solid is sort of not filling the entire screen, then just scale it up. Okay, scale it up, no worries, like this, or you can even move it around if you like that. I'm going to reduce the opacity of the solid layer to 25, and now we can see that yeah, we are building our original effect. Superb. Next, awesome people, so this is already animating, right? This is already animating. Next, I think we should add the animation for camera now. So we will hit the C key again, hit the P key by selecting the camera, start the animation for position, move ahead in time to at least 4 seconds, and then I'll just rotate it like this. I'll hit the N key to reduce my work area till here, and if I preview this, okay, so the camera animation looks good to me. But instead of starting it from here, what I'll do is I'll start it from 20 frames. 20 frames, I'll go to right there. So this is basically like a 2-3 second effect, and this is all that a documentary really needs. If a documentary needs a 10-second shot, you might as well get a different shot of a person talking. That would look a lot better. But this is good. Okay, now we need to make this look even better. So we'll duplicate this India maps outlines. I will duplicate it and we'll push this over here. And you can see this blue arrow, awesome people. We'll use it for pushing it up just a bit. Right, this is where we're gonna get a nice 3D layer effect. But we're also getting some dizziness because I'm feeling dizzy. I'm gonna reduce its opacity to quite a lot. Right, something like that. I'm gonna change its color to. I'm gonna use a fill effect to apply straight to the pre-comp. I'm gonna change it to a proper white color, like this. Right, and if this is not working for you, that you're not very satisfied with this, you can change the blend mode of this to soft light or something like that. Right, to add, what the hell? Right, and what I'm doing right now is I'm holding down the shift key and I'm pressing the plus and the minus arrow keys for moving up and down in this list. So I'm going to go to overlay, soft light, and we just need to experiment and see what works best. Sometimes, awesome people, you may want to delete this layer, right, and start again. So I'm going to delete it and duplicate it one more time. Let's apply fill to the original thing. Let's make this white. Right, and now, awesome people, let's duplicate, create duplicate effect like this, move it up a little bit. Right, we may want to scale this down. You want to multiply it by soft light. Right, now if you play this, yeah, we're getting that nice double effect. I think scale is not working for us right now. Scale it back, push it down. And we'll just basically experiment and see what works best with what layer. Right, so if I push it over there, wow, that is not that dizzy. I'm not getting all that dizzy right now by seeing this. It's a little hard on the eye, so you may want to switch off or bring down the opacity just a bit. And if I preview this, we are getting that nice parallax. Parallax is basically where the layers are pushed in different Z space. So you can see that this slightish color outline is moving a little bit differently, and we're getting a proper perspective. Right, next, awesome people, in order to complete this effect, we need a fill of our full state. Right, so what we'll do is, instead of duplicating something over here and then applying fill, we'll need to duplicate our pre-comp in the project panel. So I'm going to duplicate it here. I'm going to rename this to fill. Now open this and I'm going to apply. I'm going to select all the layers. I'm going to go to fill. I'm going to apply the white color to it, and superb. Now if you bring it back, and now if you drag and drop it over here, change it to a 3D layer, superb. Oh, also we may need to delete the trim parts that we have applied. You know what? I think deleting trim parts is going to be a little more difficult. So what we'll do is, instead of duplicating it, let's just delete this, right? And we will import our Illustrator file into After Effects one more time. Motion graphics, awesome people, is all about brainstorming and seeing to it that you are fixing problems. Okay, because you're going to get problems all the time. How do you handle them is what makes you a better designer. So I'm going to open this, and this pre-comp already has fill to it, right? And it doesn't have trim parts. That's exactly why I went for importing it again compared to deleting the trim parts. It's going to save us a little bit of time. So drag this down. I'll rename this to fill, and I will make this into a 3D layer. So now if you play it, superb. So the tracking part is good. We just need to reduce its opacity a little bit, and then change its blend mode to soft light or something. So overlay is this is soft light, and you can see what works for us. So you can even try and multiply, and again trying to see what works better. And I want to bring this down at the very bottom so it doesn't affect our stroke outlines. Alright, and I think soft light is gonna work the best, or overlay is gonna work the best, but I'm gonna put it right there. Right, and I think what I have done over here is I've basically added a lot of different shape layers. Alright, one thing that you can see is here in the background, and what I've done for that is again very simple. I've duplicated this map outlines, right, and I've increased its size by crazy. I've put it below everything, and I've pushed it in Z depth quite a lot. And if something is going down like this, that's okay. Push it down and then bring it up by using this Y key, right? And since we have pushed this so much behind in the Z space, we can increase its scale to compensate. And now if we play this, you can see we're getting a nice parallax effect we're getting. Superb. We can even reduce its opacity even more. So it's just a very subtle effect, right? I think I have pushed it down quite a lot because the parallax is very strong. I'm going to push it about 150 in the Z space. Bring it over here. And there you go, awesome people. That looks very nice to me. Alright. I'm going to push it up a little bit. And one thing that you can do for adding a little more effect is to, of course, duplicate this, push it ahead, or seeing this. You can disable layers to see which one is that main white line that we are seeing so intensely, and then push it up, push it down, see what works best, right? Reduce its opacity if you like, and try things out. That's what I'm trying to say basically, is to always keep trying. Alright, so this looks good. Now I'm going to go to FX and presets, type in glow, and apply it to my main line right here. Right? Apply it to the other layers as well if you like. It's going to create a better effect in my opinion. But you don't want to apply glow to everything and lose all the details. I think I just did that, so I'm going to apply glow to just one layer, and there you go, awesome people. You can change the fill color to an interesting bluish sort of color. So okay, not that, but maybe something that's something in that line, and I think that looks not that bad, right? You can also create another grid layer. Like in the original I have 2 grid layers, right? But I think this looks a lot better instead of the other one. And you can bring the anchor points closer to one another to get a higher like a very detailed grid effect, something like that. Increase its intensity or decrease its intensity, and you can see that even at 10% opacity, this side element is very important to us, right? You can see this, it adds a lot of depth and a lot of work into our design. Some people may not like it, so if your director comes or if your senior comes and he's like, no, I don't like it, switch it off. Simple. Simple as that. And now, awesome people, I think this looks good, but if you want to color correct this, then create a new adjustment layer, rename this to CC, and you can go for magic coded looks and stuff, but I'm going to keep it simple and I'm going to go to curves, push it down just a bit like this, go to red, push that down a bit. And I think red is basically not there, right? You see, nothing is happening because there is no red color there. Go to blue and see what works for you, right? And I think that looks good to me. Lastly, to create these bars sort of effect, you can create a new solid layer. Name this boxing. Break the link. Change the second value to 80, and change the blend mode to stencil alpha. And you will get this. Basically the problem is that we created the composition, so go to your composition settings and change this background color to black, and there you go, right? So very simple to do. I actually went ahead and created a little bit more effects in this. I added like a missile drop, so this is our rendered out thing, right? It looks good. You can add text layers, you can add markers and stuff to this. And I actually tried something like that, but it wasn't complete, so I didn't include it in the video. So I sort of tried to create like a missile strike, and it goes, and I'm using particular, a third-party plugin for that. Since it's third party and it's not perfect yet, I'm still experimenting with this look. I didn't include it in the tutorial, so this is not perfect, but you can try to make it perfect. And I think I even included like a explosion, blast off, or sorry, take off sort of thing. So it's not perfect, and I'm still trying to work with it and see how to make it perfect. But till then, you can be happy that we made this, right? And this looks quite nice to me. So thank you for watching my tutorial. My name is TjStyle. Thank you so much. And if you liked it, then please subscribe, hit the like button, and do all of that. And I will see you all next time. Take care, everyone.